When someone disrespects you, what do you do? Do you bring up a fight? Maybe do you disrespect that person too? Do you find something to do so that you can hurt that person too? You know what? What do you do? So let me share with you some of the things that I usually do when someone disrespects me. And I'm sure you can apply the same when someone disrespects you, so that to ensure that you are not on the bad side, you're not on the negative side. The main thing here, guys, is to maintain that, it's to maintain peace between you and that person who disrespected you. So the way you'll handle this issue, it will depend whether the conflict between the two of you, between you and the guy who disrespected you, is it going to escalate to be a big thing, or is it going to just calm down? So the way you handle this issue when someone disrespects you matters a lot. So let me share with you what I do when someone disrespects you, and I'm sure you can apply the same. When someone disrespects you, to ensure that you are on the positive side, to ensure that you don't hurt your feelings, to ensure that you don't hurt someone else, or you find yourself in a bad position. So let me talk about that. You'll come across people who will disrespect you, and that's it. Not all people you'll come across in your life will respect you. Not all people will look at you and say, damn, I should respect this guy, or I should respect this chick. Because you know what? People are different. People were raised differently. And that's it. You can't blame everyone for that. People are raised in different backgrounds. People are raised with different principles, everyone has his or her own principle, and everyone has his or her own value that he or she lives in. So don't expect that maybe the people you are surrounded yourself with will respect you. Don't expect that will happen, will be the same thing, will be the same issue when you interact with other people you come across. So this is the first thing you have to know. You have to know that people will disrespect you, and that is what will happen. Not all people will respect you, but the way you will handle this issue, the way you deal with this issue, is what will determine whether you'll be successful, or whether it will escalate into a conflict, or whether you'll find yourself in a bad position. So the first thing you should do when someone disrespects you, and this is the same thing I do, I usually check on my temper. So when someone disrespects you, this will hurt you. Trust me, this is going to hurt you. This is going to hurt you so much, because you know what? You are not used to that. You are used to people respecting you. You're used to surrounding yourself with people who respect you, some people who look at you and perceive you with respect. But you have just come across someone else, someone who doesn't know you, it can be that someone who knows you, actually it can be someone who knows you, but someone is just disrespecting you intentionally to get to know who you are. Someone is just disrespecting you to see how you will react about that. So the first thing you have to do, you have to check on your temper. So when someone disrespects you, you'll be angry, you'll be furious, and that's okay. You are a human being, and that is fine. For you being angry when someone disrespects you, you feel bad because someone disrespected you. So you are feeling bad, that's okay. But the way you have to handle your anger. You have to handle to ensure that the anger doesn't get the best of you, because if you let your anger control you, then this is going to escalate into a very big conflict, and it is going to affect you. It's going to affect you and the person who disrespected you, because trust me, this is eventually going to turn into a conflict, and you don't want to be in that position. Trust me, it's not the best set for you to find yourself in. So you have to check on your temper. You have to calm down before you do anything, before you say anything. You have to calm down before you handle this situation, because anger, this temper, is what is going to escalate things. This is what are going to make things bad for you and that person who disrespected you. You might find yourself in a conflict, and that you might later on regret about that. So you have to take control of your anger. Don't do anything when you're angry. Don't say anything when you're angry, because doing that will only bring about a conflict. So that is the first thing you should do. Check on your anger. So the next thing you should do, after someone has disrespected you, you have controlled your anger, the next thing you should do, the best thing you should do, is don't reply. Don't disrespect that person. Don't find something to do or some words to say for you to hurt that person who disrespected you. Don't reply to that person, because when you actually reply to that person who disrespected you, this shows him or her that you are willing to keep that argument or maybe that conflict between the two of you going, and this is going to turn into something else. You don't want to be in a conflict. You have to maintain peace. So don't reply, because it can be that he or she did something to disrespect you in a way that it hurts your feelings. You feel hurt, and you feel the need for you feel the need for you to react to what that person did to you. Anyway, it's human nature. It's a human nature. When someone does something to hurt you, you feel like you feel the need for you to maybe to reply back, maybe to do something also to hurt that person in return. That's a human nature, but you don't have to follow that. You don't have to do that. When someone disrespects you, don't reply. Don't do anything. Don't reply to what, or maybe let me say he or she disrespected you by maybe insulting you. Maybe, you know what, don't reply to that person. The best thing you should do is just to be silent. Just ignore that person. No matter, it can be that that person just maybe disrespected you just to see how you react, just to make you angry. Because these people who usually disrespect you, these people who will come across who will disrespect you, always have something in mind. They have an intention. They just want to make you furious. They will just want to look what you're made of. They just want to see how you are going to react. So don't respond to that person, because when you respond to that person, then you are giving him or her a validation, and you know what? This argument, this conflict between the two of you guys is going to keep on going, and it's going to turn into something else, something rough that you never expected. So don't reply to that person who disrespected you. The best thing you have to do is just to ignore him or her. This will make that person look make that person look stupid. He or she will think, you know what, I just disrespected this person. I expected him or her to react so that maybe we keep this thing going, but you have just decided to ignore. Then that person will be the one that person will feel bad about that. He or she will feel bad that you haven't responded to his or her disrespect. And that's it, guys. We don't have to reply or do something or reply back to what someone did to you to disrespect you. If you do that, then you'll only escalate things. So something else that I do when someone disrespects me, I usually walk away from that scene. You know what? When someone disrespects you and you know that you just know yourself, we know ourselves better, right? For instance, let me talk on my terms here. I'm a short-tempered person. I'm a very short-tempered person, and it's very easy for me to react when someone does things that hurts me, something that doesn't please me. I'm that person who is going to react immediately. So the best thing that I do when someone disrespects me, and I know that I can't handle that situation, I can't control my anger, I can't prevent myself from replying to that person to what he or she did to disrespect me. The best thing I usually do is just to walk away from that situation. Walking away, guys, is not going to make you look coward. It's not going to make you look weak. You know what? Walking away actually is going to make you look stronger. You know what? You know why? This is because you have managed to take your emotions, all your anger, all the frustration that you're supposed to throw at this person who disrespected you. You have just squandered them, and you have just placed them in a box, and you have closed them tight inside a box, and you decided, you know what, let me throw this box away, and I'm not going to do anything about what this person did to me. This is actually the best thing you can do. You know what? Just walk away from that situation if you know that you can't control your temper. You can't prevent yourself from replying to that person or do something to hurt that person too who disrespected you. Just walk away from that scene. Walk away. Just leave them or him or her the way he or she is. It can be that he or she expected you to do something, and you know what? You just decided to walk away. That person is the one going to look stupid. You know what? That person is going to look like a fool because he or she, you have ignored him or her, and you have just decided, you know what? Well, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Yeah, that's it. You have to walk away. We have to walk away from situation. Walking away from someone who disrespected you is actually going to resolve the conflict between the two of you, to make that person to make that other person who disrespected you to look stupid. But when you stay around that person and you know that you can't control your anger, you can't prevent yourself from replying or maybe reacting to what that person did to disrespect you, then this is going to turn up into a conflict, and you don't want this to happen. So guys, this is actually the things that I do when someone disrespects me, and I'm sure you can apply the same things in your life. Anyone else, be it your partner, be it your friends, be it strangers that you meet when you're traveling, be it a group of people who disrespect you, you can apply this and ensure that things doesn't escalate into a conflict. And you know what, this is going to make you stronger. It's going to make you look amazing, because that person who disrespected you is going to feel bad about what he or she did to you. So guys, this is what I wanted to share. I wanted to get this out of my chest, because I've seen several issues happening around here, and some people maybe find themselves in someone disrespected them, and you know what, they just turn that into a conflict, and you know what, it's very bad. It's very, very, very bad, and you don't want to find yourself in that situation. I leave the, I leave the link in the description, or another video I did on what to do if you want people to respect you. I did a video about that. You should check the link in the description box. Yeah, so guys, I've been talking so much in this video. I hope you enjoyed the content that I've been sharing with you guys. If you like the video, hit the like button so that the video can spread to other more people who can benefit from this. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe so that you keep on seeing similar content, lifestyle content, relationship content, and self-development. If you're into that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.